today say, oh, Nsima, why are you telling them? Why are you telling everybody that Igbos is the cause of the problem? Are you telling me that people are stupid? Are you telling me that people cannot see? People don't know that the Igbos are the cause of the problem in Nigeria as it stands now? Using a Labour Party, using IPOP.
So what exactly are the people doing? Because you said it's also a problem of leadership and followership. What exactly are the people doing really that is contributing to this a problem that you think the people should desist from doing? And then,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, so respond to that first.
That's a great question. Well, the first thing they're doing is not recognizing the challenges that we're facing. I mean, look, there's a very, very high level of delusion in this country that, oh, it can never happen to us. Things will not fall apart. We won't witness genocide here. Well, you've been witnessing genocide in other parts of your country for the last 5 years. You didn't say a word. Until it gets to your doorstep, you won't talk. And this is the problem with Nigeria and Nigerians. That, you know, it really doesn't matter as long as it doesn't come to me, my town, my household, or my family. The reality, though, is that over the last 5 years, the people of Benue have been experiencing genocide. The people of Zamfara have been experiencing genocide. All over the north, Taraba, Adamawa, all over the north where I live, a genocide has been experienced morning, day, and night. Mass murder, killing, ethnic cleansing. This has now moved down past the Middle Belt, through the core north, past the Middle Belt, down into the south. You go to the east, you go to the southwest, you go to the south. It's now all over the country, and now people are beginning to wake up. I think it's rather late, but I think what people need to understand is, you know, you need to be sensitive to the times. You need to understand what's going on. You need to recognize the fact that, look, if something isn't done fast by all of us, and we don't all come together and forget these very petty divisions and understand the barbarians are at the gate, we are going to end up having, you know, the kind of conflict that we have never had in this country before. Now, let me tell you, say, what should people do? The first thing is we need to continue to urge our government and our presidents to do better. The second thing is we need to understand that coming together is very important, because what's going on is that ethnic divisions and religious divisions are being fueled by those from outside, mainly foreign Fulanis and many foreign fighters that are fighting with Iswa and Boko Haram, to cause us to turn on one another and begin to kill ourselves. And the first thing we need to do is resist that temptation of falling into that trap and saying, I'm going to begin to attack anybody that's not part of my ethnic group, and so on and so forth. That's part of what I call sensitizing people to the realities on the ground. We need to identify the common enemy. We need to fight the Fulani herdsmen. We need to, within the forests of the southwest, particularly and throughout the south. We need to go in there, into those forests, and we need to do something about it. This is something that you don't need to wait for federal government. You also have to, you know, your governors can take a lead. They can take a personal lead. They have security votes. They can fight this battle, and they can do a lot more than they're doing. And the people themselves have to understand and recognize the fact that the enemy are not other Nigerians. The enemies are mainly foreigners that have come to destroy Nigeria. People also have to recognize the fact there's an international dimension to all this. There are forces outside this country that wish to divide this country and turn it into a theater of war. For their own reasons, it's inexplicable, but this sort of thing happens all over the world, and it's been happening throughout for the last 20, 30 years, particularly. And it's the same modus that they use all the time. They send in foreign-funded Islamist militias to destabilize, to destroy, to kill people until everybody turns against one another, and it becomes a theater of war. If you look at what happened in Chad, if you look at what happened in Mali, the two other countries in this West African sub-region where you have Islamist terrorism and Islamist insurgency, you see what happened there in the end. The governments were toppled, the presidents were both killed, and you now have military governments there. And I'm watching what's happening in Nigeria, and it really scares me that we pray we don't go in that direction as well, because it will get to a point that things may get so bad that people will say, well, look, enough is enough. Even the system of government is faulty and something has to change. We don't pray for that. We don't want that, but we must step up to the plate and understand that we need to stand up and fight. This is a war that we're in, and we pray it does not get any worse than it already is.
Greetings, great and wonderful people of Biafra. Greetings, great and wonderful people of Africa. I welcome you to this quick one because I want to ask a question after you have, or you might have watched these videos. Is Igbo really the problem of Nigeria, as this boy portrayed it to be? Is Igbo the Fulani herdsman that is taking over villages in the north that is taking over communities in the north, that is killing people in the south, that is killing people in the east, that is killing people in the west, southwest. Even where he come from, Fulanis are killing people. Is Ndi Igbo the problem of Nigeria? Has Ndi Igbo been selected or elected into the leadership position of Nigeria in the federal level that makes them the problem of Nigeria? So this is the question you need to be asking these political bigots. Who has been bribed to live where he stays in UK and come back to Nigeria to come and start telling you that Ndi Igbo is the problem? Ask him after listening to this video from Feni Fani Kayode. Is Ndi Igbo really the problem of Nigeria? These are the questions you need to ask to this small, big stomach, hungry, political bigots with his derogative words against Ndi Igbo. These are the questions you need to ask him because he does not have respect for Ndi Igbo. He was claiming, he was fighting for Biafran. He was claiming he was supporting Biafran, not knowing that he was placed there, just like many of them, to come and discuss what we are doing. But listen to what he preaches now. Then write your comment in that comment section. We will now know exactly what is in your mind. Is Ndi Igbo really the problem? Is Ndi Igbo killing people in the north, in Zamfara state? Is Ndi Igbo killing people in Bono? Is Ndi Igbo killing people in Adamawa? Is Ndi Igbo killing people in Kaduna state? Is Ndi Igbo killing people in the west, in Yoruba land? Is Ndi Igbo the one killing people in Middle Belt? And is it Ndi Igbo? Or Ndi Igbo are being killed, being marginalized? Ask this boy the question. He will answer you in that comment section. Bye for now.